What's good? It's Jamal. You know, as you guys know, music is like my soul, and anytime I come across an artist that I think that needs to be recognized or just a big shout out, you know, I kind of like put it on Facebook and let people know this is who I'm looking at and take a check, you know, just check him out. But I came around this one dude. His name is DL. I think he has a passion in music. He's got the mindset in music, and I think he's got, you know, the drive. So I took an opportunity to sit down. You know, me and Lil Bit went to go sit down with them in Boston at Annabelle's and had a nice quick meal with him and had a little interview with him and his DJ D.Wiz. It was pretty good. So kind of put it together and check it out.
Welcome to the top. I'm glad you finally made it. I know some people been hating, so it'll be my honor to be the first to welcome you to the top. This is what the top is like. This is what the top is like. This is what the top is like. Yeah. This is what the top is like.
What's good? It's Jamal. How you doing? Here with DL. DJ D.Wiz. What brings you here today?
It's all about art and music sessions. Myself, DL, DJ D.Wiz, Latila Rock, Dre Robinson.
Right.
We're all just collectively representing something that's never been done before. And we're all individual artists in our own right and doing our own thing and attacking the industry in different ways. But I feel like, if we came together and did it and made it more of a, food's here.
Food's here.
Thank you, sir. I was going to put it down.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let me zoom in on that.
Perfect time. Keep going. All right, so basically, like, I wanted us all to get together and just, collectively move as a force. Thank you. Collectively move as a force and just do like some quality music, quality shows.
So what made you sign on to be a part of this situation, for the situation?
Yeah.
It is right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Much
Aww.
respect. You know what I mean? Much respect to that. Like, that's what this whole tour with this situation is about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, the love for what you're doing.
Yeah.
And people working together to show an audience, what they deserve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, like what he's saying, you're getting all these showcases with, 10 to 15 acts, and, it's going by like this, and you're like, yo, who's that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like with a situation like this, you're getting a show. You know what I mean? You're getting artists to present themselves for you to know who they are. You know what I mean? To give you their product, their brand. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of these people coming up don't know. It's like you're giving a brand, you're representing yourself. So, and that's really what I'm about, right? Tracy T, that's my brand. DJ D.Wiz, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm about, and that true hip hop. Like, there's a, wide range of music out here. You know what I mean? That I'm not gonna deny that I do like, but that true hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting that anymore. And with a showcase like this, you know what I mean? Each artist, you know what I mean, is like what you can call true hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel that's why I'm part of music.
Something to stand behind. That's what's up. That's what's good. That's what's good. What's that feeling that you get when you're on stage? Okay, like explain to everybody here that, who's never been on stage, who thought about being on stage, who may be encouraged to get on stage. But what's that feeling that you get on stage when you're looking out in front of the crowd and it's like, all right, this is where I want to be. What's that feeling that you get?
You want me? Yeah. Because
I'll let you get that.
Yeah, because you're like the controller anyway. You know what I mean? You can control.
He sets the mood. He sets the mood.
Well, yeah. I mean, essentially, that is, but that's what the whole thing behind what I do is. You know what I mean? When the show is getting started, like we were rapping earlier. get people in that vibe. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give them, you know what I mean, get them ready for what's about to happen. You know what I mean? Because the situation is about to go down after I finish. You know what I mean? So I hit you with, you know what I mean, them throwbacks, them, you know what I mean, a little bit of that 80s, that 90s, you know what I mean, get you to where that hip hop is, make your head think about like, yeah, I remember that. I remember that was a bang, you know what I mean? With lyrics and things of that nature. So, you know, for me, it's just like when you can see the audience and they have an energy. You know what I mean? You can feel that. You know what I mean? I would think DL can attest to that. Like that's what it is. Like, you know, not to say that one audience is better than the other, but sometimes, you know, some are just so turned up, like you could just really feel that, like you're in the audience watching somebody. So you're trying to give them that energy back. You know what I mean? And that's that feeling, like when somebody's giving something to you, you're trying to get that back to them. It's like, that's when you see that's when you see DL up there sweat, just going in like you don't see nothing else but the people that's in front of him, just, you know what I mean, going all out, just walking out with it. You know what I mean? And that's what I think.
I think for me, you know, likewise, it's all about energy, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, especially being here, people say New York got the toughest crowd. Like, I beg to differ. Boston, like, you'll pour your heart out and just be standing on stage like this. And I really believe it's not even a matter of you're not nice or you're not dope or you're not talented. I just think that in these current times, like, everybody is an artist. Everybody is a producer. You know what I mean? No one's honed their craft. No one has been a student of hip hop. And so basically, like, I'm a DJ. You know what I mean? I got my Mac for Christmas, and you know I got a program on it. And basically, you know, I did my little sister's birthday party. So I'm a DJ. So I'm at Art of Music sessions watching DJ D.Wiz. And I'm like, yeah. When's gonna be my turn? Like, when am I next? Well, my man's nice too. Wait till you see my man up there. Then, like, you hear the applause and all that. But I'm a person where, like, I started from that, so I'm used to earning my applause. Like, I don't get up there and expect people to clap just because I'm on stage. And that's what I feel like a lot of people do. You gotta earn that.
You choose one musical celebrity. Just one, not two, not three. Just one musical celebrity as a DJ. Who's like the backup? If not just to boost your career, but like you know what? As a fan, like this is your, like, you know that you made it.
It's crazy when I get asked this question just the other day. You know, not to be like that. You know, like someone literally asked me that question. More so like, you know, like one album. Like this is like the one thing. Like you can't choose more than one. You gotta choose just one. The other one was one album. I'm like, really, there's one album on all genres of music? That's a tough one. You know, with being a DJ, like that's what I like, is the whole thing of, you know, being able to touch so many genres and, you know, artists and things of that nature of music. But, you know, I would have to say it would definitely have to be within hip hop.
It's okay. Just say Chingy's name. No one's gonna judge you. I'm saying, like, I like that Ballin' Baby too. You know what I mean?
Back to that when we asked about his favorite rapper.
So shout out to J. Quan. You know what I mean? But
I don't know. I mean, you know what? Like, I would have to say Nas. You know what I mean? Like, you know, especially with being a part of this situation here, our music, the tour, and all that. You know, the whole hip hop feel and everything. You know, I feel like I would, you know, just being a fan of hip hop first and foremost. And I mean, and then the next thing is, you know, just being able to actually, like, as being a fan and enjoy, like, hearing the old bangers and then the new ones too. You know what I mean? So I would have to say that.
He's still rocking.
That's a legend right there. Like, regardless, whatever. I mean, whatever you want to say, like, that's a legend. You know what I mean? For, you know, what he's done, where he's came from. I mean, that's really what it's about. So, you know, I would say that. I'd leave it at that. Nah, that's what I'm saying.
You, DL, what do you think?
Wiz stole my answer, but it's all good. You know what I mean? We're fans, so I'm not gonna catch feelings about it. yeah, no,
Hey, I mean, listen, that would be the ultimate tour.
yeah.
I'm saying, like, you get on
Where we
stage,
put
you
the
know what I'm
money,
saying?
we
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah, right.
So
We
we
reach
roll
out,
with that.
reach out to Esco and see what's up.
That's what it is.
This is from a personal perspective. It may be different, maybe the same, who knows, but what's your best experience on stage at a performance?
I thought you was gonna ask another question. Oh, you did. It's a different type of show.
Censor.
I have two best for two different reasons. One was at the Middle East in Cambridge years ago, and this actual scene is on my Suppression CD DVD I put out. I came on stage and was doing my set, whatever. I had a live band with me, and doing my song, whatever. And I just kind of like, I was rocking to something. I don't remember 100%, but I was rocking to something. And I was like, oh man! I just dropped the mic and walked off the stage. And then somebody started in the crowd, DL, DL, DL. And everybody started shouting, DL, DL. And then I had a record, Contagious, that was, Masterpiece is my most popular song, but then Contagious was, the second popular. She started singing, oh, hold me now, I feel contagious. And doing the guitar and the drums. And I came out, had my tank top on, came out, everyone was like, ah! I started rocking. Everybody's like this, and I was like, well, that's dope.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the other best would be, there was a project I was a part of, was Beautiful Never Dies, and a lot of different families of murdered children got to tell their stories through different artists. So myself, Latia LaRock, Dre Robinson, Lyrical, Man Terror, Joey Benjamins, I'm missing people I know, but it was a bunch of people that was a part of it. People donated their time. E-Rock from the Foundation Movement, actually shot pictures inside the family's homes, and it was documented as a video of it. And we actually performed and had like a kind of release party at RCC, and the families were there, and we performed our songs as artists to the public.
RCC is Roxbury Community College?
Yes.
For some
Yeah.
don't know. All right.
I'm not talking about drugs or some gang. But we performed it, and there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Late.
So you keep saying the art of music. All right, tell everybody what I know what the art of music is. Let everybody else know what's the art of music.
It's a collective unit. It's a collective movement. People coming together. If you really kind of, as human beings, I guess we always like to relate something. You know what I mean? So you hear somebody rapping like, oh, he sounds like such and such.
Yeah.
So I guess for relatability. Compare. Yeah, I'm doing my Jesse Jackson. Like picture what you saw with like Rough Riders and Cash Money, Rockefeller, and that whole thing.
Yeah.
With different people, but they all were like moving together like that. And I think that's probably the closest kind of reference you can make. Music, so, it was originally Art of Music Tour and changed to Art of Music Sessions, and I think that's kind of dope. And then, if you want to put it in kind of simple terms, we are like teaching and instructing, how to do it, how the DJ is actually supposed to, like what the DJ is supposed to be for, not only for the support of the artist, but he's actually the conductor and the sole controller of the night.
It's a hip hop session.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally.
Well, music. Because it's, Latina does R&B and like reggae and all that.
Yeah, it's a music session, like when artists be like, I'm going to the studio or a session, or you know what I mean, I'm in a cypher, we had a session, or like this is that. You know what I mean? It's just brought to a
collective.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Put in all in one.
All right, so just let the people know, where they can pick up your music, and where they can get the free downloads. You know what I'm saying? Because you said something earlier about, you give out the mixtapes.
Well, yeah, me personally, Coast to Coast official DJ, Wu-Tang Worldwide official DJ. You can grab all my stuff online. A lot of free downloads. I got them bangers. Free. Exactly, free downloads. I'm on datpiff.com. Listen, before we start, we're not We're not sponsoring or telling anybody to do any drugs. Have mixtapes on thatcrack.com.
That crack, that fit.
I have mixtapes on Coast to Coast Mixtapes, Coast to Coast DJs.com, Coast to Coast Mixtapes.com. I had to say it. We had that already. We had that situation already where we were giving information. We're not telling kids to go out and do drugs. Believe we're not.
DJ D.Wiz, right?
Yep. Search DJ D.Wiz.
It's D.
on all the other
period Wiz.
DJ D. period W-I-Z.
Yeah.
You can search Right Choice WRIGHT CHOICE.
How about you, Dio? Where can we get your stuff at?
Again, DanielLaurent.com, DanielLaurent. People over pronunciate my name, and I get it. You know,
Laurent.
French, Laurent, and Daniel Laurent.
Yeah.
Are you Haitian? Are you part Haitian? Like, I got it. Yeah, maybe.
Fancy though.
Yeah. You know, DanielLaurent.com, Facebook, DLSME, so DL's me. Also got an art and music page. It's my URL / Daniel Laurent that has like all my links, you know, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah,
you got one? Yeah. So it's my
D.Wiz actually.
Yeah. So that's those two. Shout out to them. You know, got a Vimeo page, got a YouTube page.
Hey, that's it. That's DL, DJ D.Wiz. That's what it is.
Shout out to Neuro.
Get this stuff.
Yeah.
Troubles all on the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. Go. Yeah. I got 6 consequences, 1 chance and 7 options to do it again. City's waiting and
everybody Debrosse to put 3 in the air like this. And I know when you go to a lot of hip-hop shows, everybody say put the 3s up and they spit the most ridiculous shit. But I want y'all to know when you put the 3s up, you actually gonna appreciate what I'm saying. At least I think so. I hope so. Let's get it. Put the 3s up. Listen, I got 6 consequences, 1 chance and 7 options to do it again. City waiting and watching. I hope the town blew the laugh, get it poppin'. Let's spin a squeeze the light back in the Debrosse and I'm a misfit. Say your prayers for the departed. Know that blood cheers if you missed it now. Most in public, known about the district. Say elsewhere is missing. Flip a misfit, known as a photo. And then we'll be a Mrs. Crab. Please salute. Think your big players on. Forever inked up. Your conscience war. Trust me, I'm wrong, baby. God is wrong. Runs away, then leave him alone. Let him find his way on social networks. Who was shown out. Turns to the world for health and education. 3s in the air, salute to the Green Nation. Let's get it. Don't feel that makes some noise. Get this up. Alright, so we're gonna get into the last record. This is a record that we did. It's a really amazing record, if I can say so myself. And it's called Welcome to the Top, featuring Ben Carew. Shout out to Ben Carew, Team 220 Records. And you know, all the music expresses getting ready to depart from the Grand Canal Station, so let's get it. Shout out to Neuro Drinks, Judy and Free over there. The CDs back there. You know, DJ D.Wiz got some for the streets back there. I got a single and all that. All the music, this single that we're getting ready to perform is actually back there, so make sure y'all grab